Trigger warning. Ghosts, ghouls, and gruesome stuff ahead. It's weird, it's dark, it's your kind of vibe.
Welcome to Haunted and Homicidal, the podcast where true crime meets the paranormal. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Courtney. Every week we uncover the terrifying, the twisted, and the totally unexplainable. Lock your doors and grab your sage.
Because things are about to get haunted and homicidal. Hey guys.
What's up?
What is up, my buttercup? I don't know. I just came up with that myself.
My ear just... I'm sorry about Monday's episode.
And you guys have to listen to it next Monday too.
Yeah,
it's
next
gonna
Monday.
Be the end of it.
Yeah, so that one might not be any better.
It's going to be rough. Sorry about it. And again, like I truly hope you guys didn't look up or listen to anything. I warned you, but if you did, that's on you. You do you, boo boo.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. Hey guys.
What's up?
We are going to talk to you about something called HauntFest. Super excited. We are partnering with them for all of their little events. So HauntFest is crawling back from the darkness, bringing more mayhem, monsters, and madness each year.
Step through the gates and into a fully immersive world of horror art, live music, spooky vendors, themed entertainment, and eerie activities lurking around every corner. Depending on the event, you may find axe throwing, trivia, animal encounters, rage rooms.
Ooh.
I need to do a rage room. Photo ops, food and drink, ghost stories, freak shows, hay rides, haunted attractions, and more. Some locations even feature camping, after-hour parties, and other exclusive surprises.
Our characters, awesome name by the way. That is so cute.
I know, right?
Roam the grounds hunting for fresh screams. If you're easily spooked, grab a Ghoul Gone Glow bracelet at the gate to help keep the beasts at bay. Which is cute. You know, people have autism and stuff, and their kids are scared. I love that they do stuff like that.
My old roommate wanted one for when we went to Terror on the Coast.
Nice. So yeah, HauntFest, they're taking everybody into consideration. Pre-sale tickets start at a killer price. For the full nightmare experience, upgrade to the RIP Pass for exclusive perks. Season passes are now also available, granting access to any HauntFest event throughout the whole entire year.
Whether you're a thrill seeker, a horror fanatic, an Addams Family, or simply dead inside.
That's me.
Like Lauren. HauntFest is where Halloween never dies.
This is my jam.
Slip on your monster skins and join us for a weekend of scares, screams, and unforgettable memories.
Join HauntFest at the 2026 premiere of Death March at Trim Tab Brewing Company in Birmingham, Alabama. The thrills begin at 2 p.m. on March 7th and 8th, with the event ending at midnight on Saturday and 8 p.m. on Sunday.
And then HauntFest is back for its 4th annual Athens, Georgia event, April Ghouls, at Terrapin Beer Company on April 11th and 12th, 2026 at 2 p.m. Throw on a costume and boogie at our new Dead Man's Party from 10 p.m. to midnight on Saturday.
I'm loving all these names.
I know, right?
HauntFest returns to historic Hopkins Farm in Simpsonville, South Carolina for a September to Dismember on September 25th and 26th from 5 p.m. to midnight on Friday and 2 p.m. to midnight on Saturday. Hopkins Haunted Attraction will feature a sneak peek walkthrough haunt for the event, which will open at 7:30 p.m. each night and is included in your festival entry ticket. A September to Dismember will be a full-fledged weekend festival with vendors, live music, themed entertainment, and much more. Prepare for a dead man's party.
This November, join us for some post-Halloween thrills at the premiere of HauntFest Harvest of Horrors at Bobby Brown Park in Elberton, Georgia. The magic begins at 5 p.m. on the 6th and 2 p.m. on the 7th, continuing until the clock strikes midnight. Camping, yurts, movie screenings, bouncy houses, and more are offered at this venue. If you're a raging psychopath,
I am.
sign up to sleep in our Night Terrors camping area where our ghouls can creep around your tent after hours until 2 a.m. on Sunday morning.
That sounds so fun, guys.
To take a first look at the venue, come to our free On the Water Sink or Swim horror movie promo event on July 25th. For more information, to get involved, or to buy tickets, visit hauntfest.net.
Guys, do it. Okay, love you. Bye.
Do it.
It's going to be a good time, guys. Go do it.
Go do it. Take pictures. Send us pictures.
Yeah. Especially if you guys do like the camping stuff with the characters. That sounds like a lot of fun. Not a whole lot to talk about right now. Yeah, so I guess let's go ahead and get into it because we don't have like a whole lot of stuff, but we do need to turn Ghost Tube on.
So, Eyes has the Black Forest.
Okay.
It's in Germany. It's a large, dense, forested mountain range in the southwest German state of Baden-Württemberg.
Oh.
It is bounded by the Rhine Valley to the west and the south. The name Black Forest... Yes. The name Black Forest was given to the area by the Romans. The vegetation was so thick, the sun wasn't able to reach the forest floor. Would you shut the fuck up? You're not going to the bedroom.
What? What?
The sun wasn't able to reach the forest floor. It was also a much-loved place for inspiration for the Grimm brothers. The history, the Black Forest was probably formed in the Triassic and Jurassic periods. It's about 6,009 kilometers large, or 2,320 square miles, and its highest peak is the Feldberg, which is 1,493 miles, or 4,898 feet high. In ancient times, the forest was known as Abnoba Mons, after the Celtic deity Abnoba.
Okay.
In Roman times, it was called Silva Marciana, which means Black Forest.
Okay.
Bitch, will you quit interrupting me? We're gonna fight. I don't care if you're a ghost.
Fight to the death.
The forest was used for the wood industry and heavy mining, but now it's one of Germany's main places of recreation.
Okay.
It provides more than 300,000 jobs.
Thank you. He knows I'm like stressed right now, and he said hug.
Aww. It provides more than 300,000 jobs in the tourist industry.
Oh, nice.
It's a great place for all kinds of sports, hiking. Yes, I'm back. I fucking come back every Sunday. None? What none? Oh, we ain't doing this today. Hiking, mountain biking, skiing, and water recreation. The area features several ruins of historic military fortifications, monasteries, and castles.
Okay.
So, originally, the Black Forest was a mixed forest. But in the middle of the
It was a what forest?
Mixed forest. So, it had, like, a whole bunch of different... Portal. See?
Portals? Okay.
Yeah. I think it's, like, when they have, like, different, like, trees.
Oh, okay.
Or
Gotcha.
something.
Not
like
just, like, one kind of tree.
Yeah, it's, like, a mixed, I guess.
Okay.
But in the middle of the 19th century, it was almost completely deforested.
Oh, okay.
Intensive forestry was the cause of this. Large areas were replanted, mostly with spruce monocultures. So yeah, they had like a mix of like different trees.
Okay.
In 1990, the forest was damaged by a series of storms.
Okay.
On December 26, 1999, Hurricane Lothar raged through the forest. The effects of the storm are still seen in the forest. So they have like the Lothar Path, which is a forest educational and adventure trail. You can find this at the Nature Center in Ruhestein.
Oh.
Several areas where the storms hit was left to nature. In some parts, the mixed forest has returned.
Okay.
There are some special animal species that can only be found in the forest. Examples, the Black Forest cattle, the Lumbricus badensis, or a giant earthworm.
Oh.
The rare Black Forest horse, which is a strong draft horse.
Okay.
Help. I'm not helping you. And the endangered western capercaillie, which is a bird.
Okay.
So it's not really haunted, but there are tales and legends that can be quite creepy.
Ew.
There are tales of a headless horseman riding his great white steed through the dense forest.
Okay.
There are stories of a forest king who kidnaps women to take them to his underwater lair where he lives among the nymphs.
No.
And after dark, the friendly dwarves and lurking werewolves appear.
Okay.
So, historic fairy tales are not for the faint-hearted. Their purpose was to teach children hard lessons, not to entertain them.
Okay.
The darkness of the forest must have inspired the Brothers Grimm. Well, if you shut up and let me talk, I will explain. We're gonna fight. The fairy tale of Hansel and Gretel, as well as the Gansmageddon, the Goose Girl, were inspired by this forest.
The Goose Girl? I don't think I've heard. I mean, I've heard of Hansel and Gretel, but I've never heard of the Goose Girl.
Both fairy tales have pretty gruesome parts, like a child-eating witch who was cooked in her own oven, and a betraying maid who was exposed and eventually rolled through the city in a spiked barrel.
What?
That's the Goose Girl.
Okay.
I guess.
Excuse me? He's like, excuse me? What?
So, yeah, good night, sweet children, with those fairy tales.
Yeah, for real.
So, I'm going to talk about the different... So, wait, no, not yet. Okay. So, Deer Grossman, perhaps the scariest creature living in the Black Forest.
I think I've heard of that.
The tall man.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
This disfigured man with bulging eyes and his many arms is similar
arms.
is similar to Slenderman,
Oh, God.
even though Slenderman has no facial features.
All right.
Der Grossman was derived from woodcuts carved by an unknown artist in the 16th century. Bad children would be sent off to the forest where Der Grossman would stalk them until they confessed their wrongdoings to a parent.
Okay.
So the forest today is the perfect place for a holiday or happy day in nature.
Really?
It
doesn't sound like it.
It's a great place for history lovers, nature lovers, and recreation. But stay away when the night falls. So there's...
I don't want to be in the forest during the daytime. I'm definitely not going to do it at night.
So there's 5 chilling tales from the Black Forest.
Okay.
So tales of the unknown, the supernatural, and the downright eerie permeate the exquisite depths of the Black Forest in Germany. These stories are often handed down through generations, cast a spell on our imagination, feeding our most primal fears and desires for thrill and mystery.
Okay.
Portal. Yes, now it's a portal. Now shut up.
It's a portal?
Okay. First story is The Witch of Hinterkaifeck. This tale, often referred to as Germany's Amityville.
What?
Germany's Amityville.
Amityville?
Yes.
Okay.
Evokes a sense of horror that has transcended time. In 1922, a farmer and his family were found gruesomely murdered at their remote homestead, Hinterkaifeck, nestled within the woods.
Okay.
The unsolved crime spawned numerous theories, with one common hair-raising thread: a strange witch-like figure had been seen haunting the vicinity.
I'm confused.
Well,
too.
shut up and let me finish. The vicinity before and after the killings. Centuries of folklore and superstition collided with modern tragedy, and the Witch of Hinterkaifeck was born. A spectral entity, a vengeful crone, or perhaps a sinister mortal. Her identity remains shrouded in the midst of the Black Forest.
Okay.
Visitors to the ruins of Hinterkaifeck still report feeling an unsettling presence, a testament to the chilling unresolved story. And then, so second one, the Grimm Brothers tales.
Okay. I love Grimm Brothers.
Exactly. So Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm, their literary legacy woven into the cultural fabric, ventured into the Black Forest to document these enigmatic tales passed down verbally for centuries. However, upon closer examination of their work, one might notice themes that go well beyond the typical happily ever after.
Yeah.
Yeah. House rays are plentiful. Flesh-crafting witches seek to devour innocents, and forbidden offal feasts unfold.
Okay.
The original unadulterated tales of Hansel and Gretel, Rapunzel, and more are not just charming stories for children. There are windows into a world of darkness. Even the trees have ears in the Black Forest.
Trees, freak me out. I don't like trees.
So,
Psychic.
Okay, psychic. All right. Third story is The Watcher of Schoneck.
Okay.
So, in the hamlet of Schoneck, a village not untouched by the shadow of the Black Forest, an eerie phenomenon has become the talk of the town.
Okay.
A specter said to stalk the night, a figure that eludes definition and detection. The Watcher, as locals call it, is an entity that defies easy explanation, a long-haired, pallid figure that could be from the world beyond or an atrocity of history destined to relive its final spectral moments. The town is divided on the sightings. Some dismiss it as a flight of the fear. Right now, I don't. Shut up. Some
It's
dismiss
like a
it.
clingy girlfriend. Would you love me if I was a moth?
Some dismiss it as a flight of the fearful imagination, while others ensure its validity, claiming claiming an unnerving deep gaze locks eye contact before it vanishes into the trees. Dark tourism has seen an uptick in the area as aficionados and skeptics alike are drawn to the village to experience or debunk the legend.
Okay.
Okay, fourth one, curses in the woods. Scouring the Black Forest history, one encounters the account of a cursed dungeon and infamous. I'm gonna need you to shut up. An infamous site where purported witches were held before their fiery fate. Harrowing trials. Ghost, we're going to fucking fight if you don't shut the fuck up and let me finish. Harrowing trials culminated in the most gruesome of punishments witnessed by a terrorized populace.
Okay.
It is from this cauldron of human misery that a curse yes, it was a sin. Now shut the fuck up. That a curse was born. A chilling incantation reverberated through the trees, a promise of righteous retribution against the unjust.
Okay.
Where once the flickering light of a pyre cast a ghoulish glow, now even the most rational explorer reports a palpable fear that grips them while traversing the woodland surrounding the forest. The curse remains an echo. Its resonance pealing through time and casting a pervasive dread over the land.
Okay.
So last one. The lost souls of the Black Forest. So the Black Forest is not just a repository of one's deepest fears. It's an
Enigmatic?
Yes.
Okay.
Labyrinth, a purgatory for the wandering dead. Legends tell of lost souls who roam the woods, figures seeking resolution and redemption. Drawn to the livid shapes of the flora and the shadowy silhouette of the trees, their wanderlust suggests a deep, unresolved bond with this realm. Throughout the Black Forest, I'm not looking behind me. Throughout the Black Forest, hikers and thrill seekers report encounters with these aimless apparitions. While some claim they are simply mirages of moonlight and mist, others argue that no simple trick of the light could imbue these phantoms with such forlornness.
Okay.
The Black Forest doesn't only shelter the living, it cradles the echoes of those whose lives have vanished without conclusion.
Okay.
I need to ask my brother if he's been here.
Oh, yeah. That'd be nice.
Yes.
Scary, but I don't know. I don't like forests anyway. Okay. So I guess in honor of the last 2 episodes that I did about demonic possessions, we're going to talk about demonic possessions. Instead of like individualized things, just like a general like a general oversight of all of it. So few subjects inspire as much fascination, fear, and debate as demonic possession. Across cultures, religions, and centuries, people have reported experiences in which a supernatural entity appears to take control of a human body. For believers, possession is proof that malevolent spiritual forces exist and occasionally invade the physical world. For skeptics, it represents a misunderstood combination of psychological illness, cultural expectation, and social influence. Whether interpreted through a spiritual lens or a scientific one, the concept of demonic possession has shaped religious practice, medical theory,
Is your ghost tube off?
folklore, and even modern entertainment. To understand possession fully, it's necessary to examine where the idea came from, how different belief systems interpret it, and what investigators, both religious and secular, believe is actually happening during these alleged events. So, what is a demonic possession? Well, in the simplest of terms, demonic possession is the belief that a non-human malevolent entity enters and controls a person's body or mind. We've all seen movies.
Yes.
Like, we kind of know, like, what is going on. In religious traditions that accept the idea, possession is not simply influence or temptation. It is literal control where the entity suppresses the individual's personality and uses their body to speak, move, and act. Descriptions of possession typically include symptoms such as sudden personality changes, speaking in unknown languages, superhuman strength, knowledge of hidden or secret information, violent aversion to religious symbols or prayers, unusual physical contortions or convulsions, and voices that sound different from the person's normal voice. So, like, people are, like, saying it's guttural, like, they don't sound the same.
Oh, my just eyeballs are pulled back.
Yeah, it's that hunting dog thing. It's yucky.
It's so creepy.
So, like, you know, their voice is, like, different.
Yeah.
And claims by the person or the entity speaking through them to be a demon or a spirit. These symptoms have appeared consistently in possession reports across centuries. However, interpretation varies widely depending on who is observing the event.
According to the ghost, it's impossible.
Oh. I mean... the belief that spirits can inhabit human bodies predates Christianity by thousands of years. Ancient civilizations frequently attributed strange behavior, illness, or sudden personality shifts to spiritual intrusion. One of the earliest written references to spirit possession appears in Mesopotamian texts dating back to around 2000 BCE.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's a very long time. These cultures believed that invisible spirits could attach themselves to humans and cause disease, madness, or misfortune. Priests known as Ashipu were responsible for performing rituals to drive these spirits out. These early exorcisms involved incantations, sacred oils.
Mother. Said mother.
Yep. Incantations, sacred oils, burning herbs, and appealing to protective gods. The ritual structure established thousands of years ago resembles later religious exorcism traditions. So, you know, you're anointed with oils. They burn whatever in that little swingy thing.
Wait, how'd burning your dragon's blood go?
I didn't do it.
I thought you did that the other day.
Greek physicians initially believed that mental illness came from spiritual causes. However, Hippocrates challenged this idea. He argued that conditions such as epilepsy, then known as the sacred disease, were not caused... were not caused by spirits, but by natural processes in the brain. This marked one of the earliest attempts to separate supernatural explanations from medical ones. Despite this early skepticism, belief in spirit possession remained widespread throughout the ancient world. Perhaps the most influential framework for demonic possession comes from Christianity. The New Testament contains numerous stories in which Jesus casts demons out of the afflicted individuals. These accounts establish the concept of exorcism as a legitimate religious practice. One famous example appears in the Gospel of Mark, where Jesus confronts a possessed man living among tombs. According to the text, the demon inside the man identifies itself as Legion, for we are many. It's not for you. Jesus then casts the demons into a herd of pigs, which immediately rush into the sea and drown. This story reinforced the belief that demons are real entities, that they can inhabit humans, religious authority can expel them. These stories strongly influenced Christian doctrine for centuries. The Roman Catholic Church developed the most structured and formal system for dealing with alleged demonic possession. By the 1600s, the church had established official procedures documented in a ritual known as the Ritual Romanum. This guide outlined how priests should conduct exorcisms. According to Catholic teachings, possession is extremely rare and must be distinguished from mental illness. The church lists several traditional indicators of possession, like speaking unknown languages, knowledge of hidden information, extraordinary physical strength, or violent reactions to holy objects.
Which the last chick last week did none of that.
She had violent reaction to holy objects.
That's about it.
But that's pretty much, that was pretty much it. Before performing an exorcism, the church requires medical and psychiatric evaluations to rule out natural explanations. The Catholic Church still trains exorcists today.
Because she lives here.
In fact, in recent decades, the Vatican has quietly increased the number of priests trained for this role due to rising requests for exorcism. Although the phrase, quote, demonic possession is most associated with Christianity, many other religions describe similar experiences. However, not all spirit possessions is considered evil. In Islamic belief, possession can occur when jinn, natural being or supernatural beings created from smokeless fire, enter a human body. The Quran acknowledges the existence of the jinn, and some Islamic scholars believe that certain mental disturbances may result from jinn influence. Islamic exorcism practices known as ruqya involve recitation of Quranic verses, prayer, and holy water. In Hindu traditions, spirit possession may involve ghosts, deities, or malevolent spirits. Possession is sometimes treated as a spiritual imbalance, and rituals may involve chanting, offerings, or temple ceremonies to remove the entity. In some belief systems, such as voodoo and Santeria, possession is not considered negative. Instead, the spiritual entities called Loa temporarily possess practitioners during religious ceremonies. So that's really not, I mean, it is possession, but it's not like, demonic possession.
I don't want it. Whatever you got, I don't want it. You keep it.
I'm
not sitting with you. Leave me alone.
This form of possession is viewed as sacred communication with the divine, not demonic control. Throughout history, several possession cases have been widely known due to their dramatic details.
Haunted.
Okay. Yes, we know this is haunted. This is haunted homicidal.
Yeah. So one of the most famous cases in modern history involved a teenage boy known by the pseudonym Roland Doe. We just talked about that. Mm-hmm. The case later inspired the novel and the film The Exorcist. The events began in Maryland in 1949. Roland's family reported strange occurrences after the death of the boy's aunt, who had introduced him to Ouija boards. Soon after her death, the family claimed their home was plagued by unexplained activity, like scratching sounds inside of the walls, objects moving on their own, and furniture shaking. Eventually, the boy himself began showing disturbing behavior. Witnesses claimed that words appeared scratched into his skin. He spoke in strange voices, and his bed violently shook during the night. Several priests became involved in the case. During the exorcism ritual, witnesses claimed the boy screamed, cursed, and spoke in Latin phrases he had never studied. The ritual reportedly lasted weeks before the priests declared the demon expelled.
You're very bossy today. Gotcha.
However, later investigators suggested the boy may have fabricated many of the events, but again, he never claimed any notoriety, never got any money.
Because you don't want to relive that.
Right. And so the second one was one we just talked about last week, the possession of Annalise Michael. Same situation. She unfortunately did die. Another one, very, very influential, was the Smurl family haunting, and that is when Ed and Lorraine Warren stepped in.
You want one? You want an exorcist?
You want an exorcism? So formerly known as multiple personality disorder, which is now called dissociative identity disorder. It is a condition that can cause individuals to exhibit alternate personalities with different voices and behaviors. These personality shifts can appear dramatic and frightening, especially to observers unfamiliar with the disorder. Temporal lobe epilepsy, which is what Annalise had, is a neurological condition that can produce intense hallucinations, religious visions, and altered states of consciousness. Many researchers believe this condition may explain some historical possession reports. In conditions such as schizophrenia can cause people to hear voices or believe they are controlled by external forces. In cultures where possession is a common belief, individuals experiencing psychosis may interpret their symptoms as spiritual invasion. One of the most important observations researchers have made is that possession often reflects cultural expectations. For example, in Christian cultures, the entity is usually described as a demon. In Islamic cultures, it may be identified as a jinn. In other traditions, it may be an ancestor or a spirit. This pattern suggests that cultural belief shapes how the experience is interpreted, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because, like it said, like in Islamic cultures, it's a jinn. It's not a demon.
It's a jinn.
Or like for Native Americans, it's an ancestor.
Yeah.
Psychologists call this phenomenon culture-bound syndromes. Some of the most bizarre possession claims involve large groups of people simultaneously displaying strange behavior.
You said van 2 times last time. They're saying van again. I don't know. What van?
One famous example occurred in 1962 in Tanganyika. Students at a boarding school suddenly began laughing uncontrollably. The laughter spread to hundreds of people across multiple villages. Some believe the outbreak was caused by spirit possession. However, psychologists concluded it's it was a case of mass psychogenic illness where stress spreads through groups via social influence.
They were all laughing?
They were just laughing. Like, all of them, all of a sudden, were just laughing. Yeah, we don't understand. So they were like, oh, demons. And they're like, no, it's just like psychological from social media.
Stop interrupting.
Yeah, see? Today, the debate over demonic possession continues.
Run now. Bitch, I'm not running.
Some religious leaders insist that genuine possession still occurs. The Catholic Church, for example, still trains exorcists and receives thousands of requests annually. At the same time, most scientists argue that no verified case of supernatural possession has ever been proven. Instead, they believe that historical possession events were likely the result of untreated mental illness, neurological disorders, trauma, cultural expectation, or religious interpretation. Despite scientific skepticism, possession stories remain deeply embedded in culture. Like, all the time we hear about it. Even still, there are several reasons for this. First, possession narratives provide a framework for understanding extreme behavior that might otherwise be difficult to explain, because we are still learning about the brain. We are still learning about all these mental illnesses. We are still learning about the symptoms and the signs of these mental illnesses, and they change. That's why there is a DSM-5, because things change, they update, they, whatever.
No, I'm not okay. You keep talking.
Second, they reflect humanity's long-standing fear of losing control over the mind and body. And finally, possession stories tap into universal fascination with the unknown. So, if you feel like you may have a demon possession, the first thing you should do is talk to a therapist and a psychologist and make sure that you're just not schizophrenic.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Love you. So that was a really short episode. Kind of trying to give you guys a little weeny, teeny, whiny bit of a break from the David Parker Ray that last week and then this coming Monday. Sorry about it. You can find us on Patreon, patreon.com/hauntedandhomicidal. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/hauntedandhomicidal. And then the most important, you can send us your own stories or suggestions or brand sponsorships at hauntedandhomicidal@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to go check out HauntFest. Show them some love. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Bye.